ARMY in tears. Taehyung stuns the world with his emotional "Love Me Again" performance. Twitter explodes. Hello ARMY. Welcome back to BTS fans. The place where every story about BTS isn't just news, but a beautiful memory, an emotional journey, and a reminder of how powerful music can be when it comes from the heart. And today, we're diving into a moment that has captured the world. A moment when time stopped. When millions of hearts trembled. And when one voice, soft, deep, and sincere, made the whole world fall silent. That voice belongs to Kim Taehyung, better known as V of BTS. A night to remember. On a magical night that will forever be remembered in ARMY history, Taehyung took the stage at the Runekjin Torna and performed his legendary solo song, Love Me Again. It had been almost 2 years since he last sang it live. No one expected it, no one was prepared. But the moment he stepped into the soft blue light, holding a red microphone in his hand, everything, the noise, the world, the time, stood still. The crowd roared, yet his presence brought calm. His deep voice echoed across the hall. Love me again. Those words hit like a wave of nostalgia. His tone, soft yet piercing, fragile yet powerful, resonated in every corner of the room. Within minutes, the internet exploded. Hashtags like hashtag Taehyung performing, hashtag Love Me Again, and hashtag Runekjin Tour flooded Twitter, Instagram, and every social media feed. Fans couldn't stop sharing clips, each one more beautiful than the last. One 10-second video showing Taehyung smiling gently into the microphone was reposted hundreds of thousands of times. That single smile was enough to melt hearts worldwide. The visuals that took everyone's breath away. Under the soft blue stage lights, Taehyung's silhouette looked ethereal. A mix of elegance, mystery, and quiet power. He wore a long black coat, his wavy hair slightly falling over his eyes. And as he sang, every movement, every glance, felt like it was taken straight out of a cinematic masterpiece. The massive LED screens behind him projected close-ups of his face, his lips trembling as he sang, his eyes reflecting raw emotion. Every tiny expression carried meaning. Every breath was part of the story. Fans described the scene as watching poetry move. The lights shimmered like gentle ocean waves, and Taehyung stood at the center, a calm force in the middle of a storm of emotion. He doesn't even have to try, one fan tweeted. He just stands there, and the whole world stops moving. The voice that heals. When the chorus arrived, Taehyung closed his eyes. And for a moment, it felt like he was singing straight to the soul. His voice, rich and controlled, carried pain, longing, and hope all at once. Fans in the audience wept. Some whispered that they felt their hearts healed. Others simply held their phones high, trying to capture a moment that words couldn't describe. On social media, comments poured in from all over the world. His voice feels like home. The way he says love, it's pure magic. I forgot what it felt like to hear him live, and now I remember why I fell in love. Within an hour, clips of his performance reached millions of views. International fans translated his lyrics into dozens of languages. It wasn't just a concert anymore. It was a shared global experience of love and admiration. A song, a story, a soul. Love Me Again is more than a song. It's a confession. A story of searching, of loss, and of rediscovering oneself. When Taehyung released it during his solo debut, it was already known as one of his most emotional works. But this live performance gave it new meaning. This time, his delivery felt warmer, wiser, and more mature. His eyes gleamed with sincerity. His smile radiated gratitude. It wasn't just about the music. It was about the connection he shared with ARMY. Fans noticed that throughout the performance, he never stopped smiling softly. Even as cheers thundered around him, he seemed to be fully at peace. As if whispering, "Thank you for waiting for me." The moment the world fell silent. As the song ended, the lights dimmed, and Taehyung lowered his microphone. The crowd stood up, applauding endlessly. He bowed his head gently, smiling shyly, and waved, saying nothing. But his eyes, they said everything. Gratitude, love, peace. In that silence, it felt like everyone understood. This wasn't just a performance. It was a reunion between an artist and his fans. A moment that bridged time, distance, and emotion. The internet melts down. Just hours later, Taehyung's name dominated global trends, appearing in over 50 countries, including South Korea, Japan, the United States, and Indonesia. Music journalists began writing glowing reviews. V's performance reminds us that he's one of the most authentic vocalists of his generation. That quote spread like wildfire across fan pages. Clips of his gentle smile, steady voice, and natural charisma became the highlight of the night. One Korean critic summed it up perfectly. He didn't sing to show off his talent. He sang to touch the heart. And that's exactly what he did. The beauty of simplicity. What made this performance so powerful was not the elaborate stage or effects, but the simplicity. No distractions. No extravagant moves. Just Taehyung, a microphone, and his voice. He proved that true charisma doesn't need adornment. It just needs honesty. As one fan wrote, "It felt like the world stopped spinning just to listen." And for that brief moment, when Taehyung whispered, "Love me again," the world truly did stop. That night will be remembered forever. A night when V of BTS reminded us why his artistry transcends music. It's not just about fame or performance. It's about emotion. It's about storytelling. It's about a voice that carries warmth, pain, and beauty all at once. And in a fast-paced world where everything fades quickly, Taehyung created something timeless. A memory. A feeling. A reminder that love, once lost, can always be found again. So, ARMY, if you felt your heart tremble tonight, you're not alone. Because when V sang "Love Me Again," he made all of us remember what it means to truly feel, and to love again. Outro. Thank you for watching, BTS fans. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more emotional and inspiring updates about BTS. Because here, every performance, every moment, is a story that deserves to be remembered forever.